Welcome to a new edition of Lost Heroes of the Golden Age. With the release of a new Captain America film, it only seems fitting to dust off the pages of a few forgotten heroes who wore the red, white, and blue. Just like Captain America, these lost legends predate America's entry into World War II. The very first Star-Spangled Superhero made his appearance in Pep Comics #1. The Shield was the creation of Irv Novick and Harry Short. Cover date is January 1940, but by all accounts the issue hit the newsstands well before the end of 1939. The origin of the Shield begins with scientist Tom Higgins, who is working on a super strength formula. He is mortally wounded in a mysterious chemical explosion. On his deathbed, Higgins' final words to his son Joe are anatomy formula. S-H-I-E-L-D. Carry on, Joe. Joe grows up to become a brilliant scientist. He carries on his father's research, never knowing what his last words meant. Until one day, the secret of S.H.I.E.L.D. is revealed. Joe dons a vibrometallic suit and bombards himself with fluoroscopic rays. The result gives him super strength and invincibility. The S.H.I.E.L.D. is born, the very first patriotic superhero. He stands for truth, courage, patriotism, and justice. Pep Comics was a hit. MLJ Publishing was on the rise and looking to expand. Before the year was over, MLJ Publishing would package the S.H.I.E.L.D. into another title with another superhero, the Wizard. Early on, the S.H.I.E.L.D. found himself fighting spies from made-up countries, but before the year was over, it was obvious who he was fighting. 1940 was also the year of the junior sidekick. DC Comics had introduced Robin the Boy Wonder to Batman Comics with great fanfare. MLJ followed the trend by adding Dusty the Boy Detective to accompany the S.H.I.E.L.D. on his adventures. As the war raged, an archenemy appeared across the battlefield. The Hun was a scarred-faced, shield-throwing Nazi. Other supervillains included the Strangler and a cocaine-sniffing psychotic dwarf called the Snowbird. The S.H.I.E.L.D.'s popularity waned as the war came to an end. Comic books were dropping patriotic superheroes for other genres. Pep Comics moved into a new direction with Archie. Revivals and revisions of the S.H.I.E.L.D. happened in the late 50s, mid-60s, twice in the early 80s, once again in the mid-80s, and in the mid-90s. The character is currently part of the DC universe. It wasn't long before Fox Publishing followed with The Eagle. The Eagle did not start off as a patriotic hero, but his costume evolved as the year went by. With its flag cape waving high, the Eagle took over the lead in Science Comics, and then later took over the lead in Weird Comics before getting promoted to his own title. He was also teamed up with a junior sidekick. His name was Buddy, the Daredevil Boy. Uncle Sam made his debut just in time for the 4th of July. Publisher Quality Comics released the title National Comics in July 1940. It features Will Eisner's Uncle Sam. This superhero is the spirit of a slain American Revolutionary War soldier who returns to help when America and freedom are in peril. He too was joined by a junior sidekick. His name was also Buddy. Fawcett Publications joined the parade with Minuteman. Minuteman's alter ego is Jack Weston. Weston's father was a hero who gave his life at the Battle of Chateau Thierry in World War I. Some 20 years later, Jack is willing to give his life as well. He joins the Army and is given special training to become Minuteman, the one-man army. It was March of 1941 when readers saw Captain America for the first time. He instantly leaped to the forefront of the patriotic superhero trend, and with success comes imitation. Harvey Comics would bring Captain Freedom to Speed Comics, and publisher Lev Gleason would bring Captain Battle to their Silver Streak title. Better Comics would imitate Uncle Sam with the creation of The Fighting Yank. Hollyoak Publishing would create the first patriotic superheroine with Miss Victory. Captain Courageous, the Super American, and Major Victory would all see print before Pearl Harbor. The patriotic superhero trend lasted until 1944. After the war, most publishers dropped their patriotic heroes. Only the most popular red, white, and blue hero was left standing.